What we want for better shoulder mobility is better active strength to pull the scapula down and in. Good shoulder mobility is made out of the passive flexibility, meaning the length in the muscles here all across the front. So these muscles here need to be long enough to allow the movement to happen, but you also need the strength to pull your shoulder blades down and in towards the spine, which is what helps you to open your shoulders. If you want to do this once with me, it will become a bit clearer. If you just lift your arm up as far as you can here without moving anything in the chest, you'll kind of get about this far. And here you'll feel your joint will have reached its maximum mobility. Now, in order to open the shoulder more, you need to pull your whole shoulder girdle down and rearrange it. So that's what happens here when the scapula moves further down on your back, pulling your shoulder into a different position, allowing for this opening. So you need this strength and the ability to move the scapula to open your shoulders more, and you need the length across the front and here in the sides. If you have a look at your shoulder in the mirror, you will see that these muscles here, right at the side of your shoulder, play a big role in shoulder opening. Because if these muscles here are shortened, they pull the shoulder down and create this little angle here in the shoulder. And that will make it very difficult for you to fully open the shoulders in a handstand, because this is the shoulder opening that we ideally want. So even a little angle here is usually caused by stiffness here in the side of the shoulder or in the triceps. But in the next exercise, we are trying to improve the strength for scapular mobility. So I recommend that you take a weight, or a water bottle will do. 500 milliliters or half a kilo weight is what I recommend in the beginning. You can also first do the exercise entirely without the bottle. I'll show you that first. So you step into a slight lunge and lift one arm up, and make really sure that this arm almost brushes your ear. If your arm is too far out, you are going to avoid the movement in the scapula. So it's very important that you keep a straight elbow and the arm close to the ear. So your thumb here will be pointing backwards. You lift the arm up, and I like to place my hand here on my stomach to make sure that I still keep a core engagement, and step into your lunge, and then just pull the thumb back. Very similar to the exercise on the floor, just pull the thumb back and back and back for 20. Other side, same thing, you'll change legs, lift the arm, thumb points backwards, arm is close to your ear, and pull back for 20. Now when you've done that, you can take your half kilo weight or 50 milliliter bottle, do exactly the same thing, and your job is always to make sure you're not avoiding the movement into this direction. That's what we don't want. We want the arm to brush alongside the ear as much as possible, and you'll very quickly feel that you are continuously getting to your limit of mobility there in this exercise. So it's pull back and back and back for 20, other side the same thing. And then what I really recommend also is, if you have a pull-up bar, hang from the pull-up bar for half a minute at least, a minute if you can. And if you can reach the pull-up bar here above you while still being in the lunge, the next thing would be to take hold of the bar, feet still on the floor, and then bend the knees to give more weight into the shoulder, making sure the shoulder opens the same way as we do with the bottle, meaning you push up and back as you bend the knees and you hang from your pull-up bar, if that makes sense. Yeah, with two arms it would be the same thing. You take hold of the pull-up bar, and as you take weight off your feet, you make sure that your shoulder blades are moving closer together on your spine to make sure you really get the most out of this shoulder opening.